Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Croft Studios here, and I'm here with Interesting Bricks Episode 4. And I have some pretty cool bricks to show you guys here. There's a couple of big ones, and I also have... Not many of these bricks I'm about to show you are very small in any case like that. But I have a lot of cool bricks to show you guys. And I see you guys have liked this series, so I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to probably do one episode a month, and that's what I've been planning on doing. That's what I've kind of been doing for a while now. I've been doing around one episode a month. So they're normally going to come around the end of the month. So probably the next time you're going to see one of these episodes is the end of January. So yeah, let's get straight onto our first brick. Starting off our first brick is a really cool window piece. I have a couple of these Lego pieces, and they're really cool because you can kind of use them for like fish tanks and stuff like that. You can use them for aquariums. You can use them for big bases and stuff like that, as for windows and the sides of them. I used it as like a containment cell to put aliens in one of my mocks, Halo mocks, a really long time ago. But this is a really cool piece. You can see all the gray on it. It's a dark gray coloring. And you can see how it's one big glass piece in the back here, which is really cool. I really like this glass piece. I have a couple of these. It's really useful for a lot of cool different ways. You'll be seeing this in an upcoming mock, Ninjago mock. I used it in a really cool way as like a skylight. So that's a really cool piece right there. Up next is a jail door piece, which is a really interesting piece. You can see on the top right here of the door, all the studs have holes in them except for the one in the corner which says Lego on it. I think that's just kind of a way for Lego to say, hey, this is actually a Lego piece, so you can read it. But you can see the door right here, how it actually has kind of like a lock. You can see on the front, obviously it has the stud right here and it says Lego on it. You can see how the door opens, but you can see this small kind of tick piece right there. So when you close it, it actually like snaps in, so it's kind of hard to move out unless you push it out. It's not like it's hard to push out or anything. It's just kind of a cool way to close it, and it's kind of like a small lock, I guess you could say. So this is a really cool piece. I love this piece. It's an older piece, definitely, and they haven't used it in a long time. Definitely like to see it utilized in a new set, so it's definitely a great piece. I really like it. Up next is kind of a newer piece. I don't necessarily know what this is from. I think it's from kind of like a race car set, like a small one. It was like the back of a car. You can see how the printing on it is really cool. I love this print. It has some odd symbols on it. You can see how it's red and silver on the kind of print right there. This is cool for all types of certain kind of things. You can just put it as detail on like a vehicle, or you can use it as like part of a sign or something like that. It's kind of an all-purpose piece. It's definitely a cool looking piece. I just thought it was kind of interesting because of the print on it, and it was weird and kind of jagged and stuff like that. I didn't really know what it was from, so I wanted to show this piece to you guys. For all you glitzy people out here, you're really going to love this piece. This piece is has a lot of small hexagons on here to make a cool kind of dome. You can see it's not a complete circle. This is actually a bunch of hexagons, so the geometry to make this piece must have been really hard. Like the designers probably had a really tough time making this. You can see the geometry on it. It's really cool. It's a chrome color. I really love this piece. You could use it for maybe like a disco ball if you want to. I don't know if that's what it was originally used for, but it's definitely be a cool disco ball to spin around. So it's a sweet piece right here. I really love the look of this chrome piece. I'd like to see more of these kinds of pieces nowadays. Now onto our final piece. You may not notice anything really interesting about this piece. It may just look like a regular piece to you from distance. When you bring this thing up close, you can see there's a really big square on there. It goes straight through. It's a hollow piece, you can see. This could definitely get lost in your Lego collection very easily. I have one of this piece. It's a pretty rare piece, if I'm not mistaken. You can actually stick a stud inside of this square. So it's kind of like an opposite of what this piece normally is. This piece, you can see how it's kind of like a ramp type of design right there at the bottom. But the piece normally has a stud on the front of it if you've seen these pieces before. And at the bottom it's normally like a square instead of kind of like this slope that they have. So this piece is very interesting because the top of this is normally not hollow, it's just normally a stud. This part is normally a stud going outwards, and this part's normally a square, but it's completely different. And since this is actually a hollow stud, this is basically going inward, so you can stick studs inside of it, and it's kind of a slope. It's a really weird piece, so I just wanted to show you guys that. Alright guys, so that's basically it for this episode of Interesting Bricks. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've been getting a lot of cool pieces lately in bulk and stuff like that. So I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of odd and vintage parts, maybe new parts that are just kind of odd and unique and wacky and stuff like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Interesting Bricks. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.